Hello there, my name is Smith Patel. Today I am here to present my process map flow video. Uh, my topic is urban rooftop gardens. So urban rooftop gardens basically is the gardens which we create on our roofs to meet the pollutions in now environment. So all of there is so much pollution today. So we need to do something to just get fresh air. So basically my project is about getting fresh air in the cities where due to industries there is so much pollution nowadays. So it's a small step towards reducing the pollution and creating good air. So this is my process flow. So the process all the steps deeply, yeah. So core process breakdown. The core process breakdown is further divided into three stages as follows. First is data planning. In this stage, the process to access solar rooftop suitability, develop garden layout, plant selection is done. Second is implementation. In this stage, implementation of first stage is done. Procure materials, for example, soil, plants, containers, install irrigation systems. This all things is done. So basically, when you have to carry out some projects, so you need core processes, the sub processes, and final outcomes. So all is divided into subtopics like that. So next is maintenance. In this stage, regular watering, pruning, pest control, monitoring health and growth is monitored. So we need to monitor in each stages in order to carry out a successful project, which should be sustainable as well. So next is irrigation of sustainability. So in this what happens, it's further divided into three parts: resource allocation, stakeholders engagement, waste management example. So let's see in detail. So first is resource allocation. In this, allocate water efficiency like drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting, and many more methods like that. Optimize soil and fertilizer use. Stakeholders engagement. Stakeholder engagement is in that the stakeholder how we will engage the stakeholders in our projects. For example, involve building owners. So as we have to do like solar, as we have to do wind, as we have to do the rooftops. So yeah, the first point is we have to involve the building owners as well, because after that they are the first priority who gives us permission. Yes, you can carry out your projects on our rooftops like that. So is building owners, community members, and gardeners. Clarify roles and responsibilities. Next is waste management. So is like if we carry out certain projects, it has good points and bad points as well. So it will create a waste obviously. So we need to recycle. We need to use that type of materials which can be easily recycled, which can be easily uh, converted into green waste and can be again used in our projects, rooftop gardens like that. So next is digital tools and technologies which we are going to use in this our project is further classified into three parts: IoT sensors, GIS mapping, collaboration platforms, etc. So first is IoT sensors. So IoT sensor is basically the sensor which senses the various parameters involved in our rooftop project to create fresh air, that is monitor soil moisture, temperature, light levels, etc. So each and every parameters needs to be monitored in order to get clear project outcome, project result like that. So next is GIS mapping. GIS mapping is it is used to visualize rooftop space and plant management. So plant management. So it's like if you have to create certain projects, or if you want to make something, the planning is most important stage in this. So we need to create a planning. We need to uh, involved in that. So like that is happening. Collaboration platforms. This is the most important aspect to be considered in plant placement. This considered while running any successful project to stand in markets. For example, if we are running solar, if you are running like rooftop project, okay. So in rooftop project, there are many players in the market who runs the same project. So how your project is different, how your project is unique, how it will act as more sustainable to the environment is most important to stand in the market. So our project should be environment friendly, it should be more sustainable than others. Also at the same time, the cost should be very also less, so that everyone takes our project and everyone likes our idea like that. Next is decision points of the project, process gateways. Decision making is very important for any successful operation as follows: design approval, material procurement, maintenance schedule. So these three are the sub processes in the decision points of gateways like that. So it's like in first one is design approval, obtain buy in from stakeholders, garden design, etc. Material procurement, decide on sustainable materials. We need to decide the materials which we are going to use should be sustainable, at the same time it should be environment friendly, uh, our project should not damage the environment or some others, like some other, it should not cause any kind of pollution. Next is maintenance schedule. We have to set regular maintenance schedules in order to check that our rooftop project is going on completely or no, is working in the right direction or no. If there's something problem, then we need to replace it and change the project, like that. Next is stakeholder touch points. Yeah, this is the most important parameters while carrying out any of the project. So this parameter is very important for the stakeholders, from the financial point of view, from the financing the project, for the successful completion of the project till end stage, and after that being in use for a long time. First is building owners. We need to approve the design, our project plan with the building owners. We need to like access. We need to tell them that yes, we are carrying out rooftop project. Can you provide me some roofs for carrying out my project? At the same time, it should be sustainable. It should not pollute the environment. It should work in eco-friendly mode to give fresh airs at least to that the building nearby, like that. Next is community members. Participate in workshops, enjoy the garden. So we need to like create the workshops so that we can make aware the people that this is my project rooftop gardens. So in that, what's happening, it will like take out the pollution from the environment. It will give fresh airs at least in the surrounding areas, so that you can breathe fresh air even in the like nowadays the environment is getting worst. It's getting polluted, all smoke over there, very like non-clean air we breathe, which causes many diseases, example like that. So next is garden. Implement and maintain the garden. So at the same time, after carrying out project, is necessary to like implement the all of the agenda which we have like created, that this should happen, we need to check this all, like that. Next is measurable targets of projects, KPIs. This parameter is divided into three parts. Water usage reduced by 20% compared to traditional gardens. So in this, while we implement the methods like drip irrigation or rainwater harvesting, so it will like reduce the water usage from the reservoir to about 20%, like that. So drip irrigation will like drop to drop will go, and all of the water, it will make sure by the monitoring systems that all water goes and all are utilized completely, like that. So it will reduce the save water, at the same time it will give fresh air, at the same time it will be more sustainable than any other, and you can breathe the fresh air in this polluted environment. Next is biodiversity. Also at the same time, we should be eco-friendly, and we should increase the native plant species. We should plant the species which is native over there, like 30%. It will like 30% it will increase, because if we apply the rooftop in all buildings, so it will obviously increase the give a big boost to increasing the biodiversity plants of that area. Next is air quality. Monitor CO2 reduction due to plant photosynthesis. So while the process of photosynthesis is going on the plants, it emits CO2. It releases CO2, which is very bad for us, and we need the fresh air to breathe. So at the same time, that would be also reduced by some percentage, like that. Next is ESG factors. Yeah, all the factors are very important at the same time as well. So this is ESG factors: environmental factor, internal factor, outer environment, workspace, solar power, water recycling treatment, CO2 emission, other emissions, light emissions level. So all of them is, some are moderate, some of them are low, some of them are high. But at this ending, while considering all of the ESG factors, it is seen that we are getting a like moderate, that it's not like harmful. Our project rooftop gardens is not harmful for environment, at the same time is not harmful for the biodiversity in that area, or at the same time is eco-friendly, and it does not provide harm to any of them. Instead, it benefits to the people, like that. Next is stakeholder matrix. Stakeholder matrix is also very important. So is like cleaning works should be also carried out. Is importance is high, because after planting the plants at some interval like 3 months or 1 month, cleaning schedule should be run, so that it does not makes the place clean. It does not makes the place dirty. It keeps the place clean, that someone likes to see the place, like that. Next is Ministry of Public Works and Housing, governmental issues, Minister of Maritime and Public Affairs, main controlling body, G20, Middle East Holdings, Environment Control Board. So these are all are the stakeholder metrics, that these are gonna be your whole stakeholders in your project, like that. So is some are low, some are high, some are medium. High environmental, medium social, low governance, like that. All of them is equal important while carrying out any successful project. When it compares to project manager, it needs to see that yeah, everything is going on completely. The stakeholders are like interested in your project, and they are ready to take the stakes in your project for the successful running of the project in the end, like that. Next is risk register factors. Yeah. Also, when we carry out any project, the risk is the most important aspect, most important parameters which we are gonna consider in the successful completion of any project, or even after running after completion. So there is risk, some of the risk involved in this: union of work, environmental risk, quality of products, workforce injuries, medical. These are some of the like risk register which needs to be like seen, which needs like to be minimized, which needs to be like implemented and should be prevented, like that. Risk definition: union of workers, environmental risk, quality of products. The products quality should be sustainable, it should be environmental, at the same time it should be eco-friendly, that from one benefit the another should not get distracted, like that. So labor shortages, wastewater spillage, bank rejection loan. It's from the financial point of view, the risk that before starting any project, the finance is most important aspect which needs to be considered. At the same time, stakeholder as well. So when you are going to get the finance, then only you can like start your project in the first stage, second stage, whatever is like. Process mapping video presentation. Conclusion: at last, I would like to conclude that process project map is very important for successful running of any kind of project. Each and every project mapping should be done to run successful project. Chances of the error should be less. Any during the project phases, it's divided into many sub phases. Project map should be prepared before every project, that it gets easy to carry out project and anyone can understanding by the project, referring the project map. Yeah, so anyone can understand by project map, as we have described in the first, the project maps and all. So it becomes easy to understand. For example, if any people is there who needs to understand your project, if we create a workshop and there anyone needs to understand your project, so some of them can see your project process map, that okay, for your you have 4 stages and you are going to work like that. Okay, first stages is divided into further 4 sub processes, after that is divided into a further 4 processes. So your work is going to be in this manner. At last you will get a successful project manager. You will be successful project manager after your completion of your project. Thank you.